to Riders of Icarus. This is a new, quote-unquote new, it's been in Korea for a while, and they're changing stuff for the Western market because, you know, Korean MMOs are really weird, but this is basically a Korean MMO that has recently been released on Steam. I decided to take a look at it and see if it's any good. I think you can tell that I've played 4 hours and 16 minutes of it already, so I may have some formulated opinions about some things. I do like this though. I do like the character select because it basically shows whatever your last mount was in the background, and I have a freaking sparkly kangaroo. I really like this game in that regard. But we're going to talk about some stuff as I jump in. And I will show you as things go off, and we'll see if it's really worth it. Now here's the thing. The game is free to play. So the quote-unquote worth it is more or less, is it worth your time? Because really you can play this game and not spend a dime. And I haven't spent a dime yet. So I played 4 hours of it so far, and I haven't had to spend a single penny. But here's one thing to talk about. These loading screens, they do take a bit of time. It's a bit annoying, yes, but it's okay sometimes. Like, as you can see, like, I don't think WoW even has loading screens like this long. So that's probably a thing. If you don't like waiting for loading screens, then that might be a thing for you right there. But that was like not super long, but it's fine. As you can already see, I am in an area where a bunch of people have a bunch of different mounts. Now, I have that sparkly parrot, I have that unicorn, and I have that spider. I did not get this boar and this wolf from the other zones, because I'm going to show you something right now. This is the bestiary. This basically shows you every tameable mount, everything you can tame on your very own, and this is really where the game's shining, is the fact that it has so many of these things in every zone. So you have Barca Forest, which is your basic starting zone where you learn to mount stuff. They basically have like 3 rare mounts there. Everything else is just a basic mount. They got like all these super basic things. I got the turtle. I like the turtle. But then they have like these 3 ones right here, which are the rares for that area. And they're all like boss elite mobs that you can fight or tame. I'll probably tame something in this video just to show you how it works, but yeah, right now I'm riding my kangaroo, sparkly kangaroo mount, which is kind of one of my favorites. But yeah, the game actually has 2 control modes. I'm going to zoom out a bit here. It's got your standard control, which is your standard, you know, hotkey, WoW kind of gameplay. And then it has some sort of mix of like action and hotkey, and it's like, okay. I mean, I'm alright with it. It's not bad, but it's not exactly my favorite. Combat does have a problem of feeling a bit unresponsive, so that's a bit lame. Like, I'll start off like that, do that, flip the cow, and then like I'm pressing the button right now, it's not going through it. So that's like a bit of an annoying thing about this. Combat is a bit slow, and I'm not sure if it's the server's fault or if it's the game inherently. Now, if it's the game inherently, that's kind of really bad. But most of the time, going into your combos isn't that hard in this game. So that's decent at least. I'm playing as Berserker, which is the quote-unquote easiest class in the game. And it's, I guess, mostly because of how much high damage they do. They do high damage very easily. It's very easy for them to kill stuff. Oh, werewolves. That's something to be very cautious about. There's some sort of ritual thing here. But I'm actually going to real quickly swap to my mounted mode, which actually allows me to then activate my taming mode, and then I'm just going to go ahead and tame this cow. As you can see, it's a bit of a quick time event. However, you don't really control how much you can do here. Like, that was just a random thing. Sometimes you get prompts that allow you to do stuff, but otherwise it just kind of goes on its own. Like right now I'm not controlling this at all, so whether not I succeed or fail, is really to if the game gives me the stuff. But look at that, I succeeded. And that's basically how easy it is to get a mount in this game. Now some mounts, like the spider that I have, require you to have specialized items. Like certain boss or mob dropped items that then allow you to get the thing. This cow is actually pretty cool. I like this cow. Anyways, it's pretty basic. I mean, the strength of this game is the fact that you can, any creature that you see, you can pretty much mount. There's a strong chance that, like, hey, you see a wolf, you can mount that wolf. And not to mention the familiars level really easy. Like, I was literally just sitting idle for like 20 minutes and my freaking spider mount went from like level 2 to like level 8. So like the mounts that you have level really easily. And they do actually have stats that matter. The more you level them, the more stats you get. And I think it's pretty decent, honestly. I mean, it's a free game, so you can't complain that much about a free game. Although, you can decide whether or not it's worth your time. And personally, I actually enjoy it, despite the laggy combat, because really, this is filling the thing that I want from WoW, which is mounts. Like, I really don't care too much about the combat in WoW. I do like the lore in WoW, but the thing about that is like you gotta grind through stuff, and I can just easily go online for that kind of shit. If I really cared, I could just go online and just look up any lore information that I wanted. But really, what this game has for me is mounts, and that's what I really want from this game, is just the mounts. The fact that I can just walk up to anything and be like, oh, I like how that thing looks. Let me go ahead and mount it. Like, as you can see, there's like a taming condition needs 4 points to tame. Alright then. And basically, like, your taming points refresh every time you level or every time you basically spend like 12 hours. Well, not 12 hours in the game. It's just basically every 12-hour cycles it like refreshes. Or maybe it's 24. I'm not sure. But, I mean, it's not bad. If you want to basically just spend a day kind of taming shit, this is a pretty decent game for that. I'm not going to lie. These things do like to aggro outside of range, but really what this game is to me is just, hey, play this if you want to just farm some shit. And, like, if you want to have a cool looking mount and you're like, oh, I like that creature. I think I will take it. And then, boom, you can take it. There's nothing really stopping you from doing that, other than, you know, levels and that kind of shit. But yeah, there's that spider. I have that spider. That's a nice spider. And then caribou, you can get that in this zone. As you can see, there's like shadow wolves that you can get here. Right now I'm in this weird werewolf zone, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but I am just going through the basic quests. As well, I'm showing you what the basic quests are. And they're pretty much very basic MMO quests. Run and fetch quests, kill stuff quests, escort quests. It's all very basic stuff here. I wouldn't really be like, oh, I'm going to play this game for its story or its combat or its questing system. But the big question is it fair? Because most Korean MMOs do have a big issue with fair leveling. And so far from what I've played, it's feels alright. Like, it hasn't been feeling like a chore. Now, I've actually idled a bit of time here because I've been playing this with somebody. And we've basically just kind of been going at a slow idle pace. Like, if I really wanted to, I could probably charge through this. And just, I would probably be at like a higher level than I am right now because I'm only level 10. But also, that's a good thing about this game is that pretty much within the first zone, you're already able to get mounts. And that's pretty cool. I think that's really cool, actually. Is that basically you can instantly get into like mounting and just start off with what's really cool about the game. Now, I have seen some end game content that makes me think that it's really cool. Like flying combat and just general mounted combat. Like, you can fight while on your mount. And I think that's really cool. And like, there's apparently like instances where you fight against giants on your flying mounts, and that looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really into that idea. So that's something I want to get to and do. Just fly around on my mount while fighting some sort of giant monster. Really just an interesting idea for me. Alright. Got some more wolf's blood. That's good. I just really like this game right now. It's got its problems, that's for sure and true. It's not the best game in the world, that's for damn sure. But considering that I was in WoW, like a mount hunter, I wanted to get mounts, and it was really annoying that I couldn't really get a lot of mounts. I would have to grind instances and raids for like days just to get something, and like it's really annoying. The way WoW does mounts is really annoying. The way this game does mounts, really satisfying. Because I can just basically be like, hey, I want that. Boom, get it. And I really like that. I actually like how easy it is to get a mount. Because like, look at these guys. They got freaking awesome looking spider, awesome looking wolf. And like, it's just really easy. And it's really satisfying to get these mounts. I do like the combat though. It is pretty easy to do whatever combat is. But I mean, it's questionable like whether or not which style is better. I pretty much think the hotkey style may be better because you're not really doing anything additional with the other combat style. It's not really enough significant behavior, I guess. I don't think behavior is the right word, but don't let them get me. Can I chat? Can I chat to you?
You scared me. Get me out of here.
I mean, the game actually does have a lot of voice acting in it, which is interesting. I don't think it's a fully voiced game, but most of it's voiced, and it does have a lot of cutscenes. Can I open this thing? I guess not. Or it's out of range. Okay, now I can open it. That's a bit weird. I'm apparently still in a party, too, with the person that I was on, like, hours ago. So that's interesting. Oh, okay, so these werewolves are going to gang up on the kid. Now that is an interesting looking mount. As you can see, this game does have some very, very cool mounts. Like, that dude just rolled up on something that I want now. And the thing is, it's not like some super rare mount or some sort of event mount. He probably got that by taming it. Now, skins are a thing, and those are like a lottery, and they're a bit random at when you can get those, but it's a bit finicky with the cool skins. And the skins do have stats, but from what I've seen, there's no mounted PvP, so that doesn't really matter that much. With no, like, mounted PvP combat or anything in this game, like, it really doesn't matter if they have skins. All that matters is that if that's good in a raid fight. There we go. I'm doing one of the escort quests right now. I think this is a good zone to basically show off what most of the game is. Although I'm not able to really show off the air combat or anything like that, which is really what's going to be the stronger part of this game, is air combat, ground combat, just being able to actually have mounted combat, which I would have really loved. Okay, is that mine? No, this one's mine. I'm following this guy to wherever he's going. I do like it though. Despite its kind of unresponsiveness, I do like this combat. It does feel somewhat fun. There we go. Alright, so both mine and his is there. I want my mama. Everything's going red. Too hot, it burns. Well, alright then. So the kid was a werewolf, apparently. Well, that's a shame. Poor little boy turns into a gigantic fucking werewolf super easily, apparently. Is that... What is that mount that he's on? Because apparently whatever it is something I want. I'm gonna help this guy out. Okay, loot item. Like, do I need to tame one of those? Is that one of my quests? I need to check. Is there anything that says defeat Fenris? Oh, okay, so that must have been Fenris then. So I have to defeat Fenris. That person was doing something with these ritual circles. I'm not sure. I think they're playing the priest class, which is like considered one of the hard classes. And then like mage is considered very hard, so that's interesting. Lots of stuff all over the place. Like, that must be Fenris, because there's like an X here, so I'm guessing this is where Fenris is, so I'm just waiting for Fenris to show up, and then I'll attack it. Mostly, I'm pretty positive about this game. I actually like it. I haven't seen anything that's pay to win, because there really isn't much winning here. It's, from what I've seen, it's all PvE. And from what I've heard, I haven't actually seen this yet, it's all to level 25. And if I'm already 10, I'm almost there then. And throw that up. Oh, I died. Well, at least it was completed. I'll go ahead and do that then. Res myself. Do I care about going for the loot? I don't think I actually do. Because I completed the quest. Because they ended up killing it for me.
This area isn't secure.
Alright, so let's just go ahead and turn this stuff in. Turn in these quests right now.
If you've got the call, anything else I can do for you?
As a whole world, how could such a thing happen?
What are you sniffing around here for, stranger?
Oh, there we go. Reach level 11.
Under my protection. And don't forget it.
Now, there is something with the progression system. You kind of have to.
Might know what to make of this.
Like, absolutely have to do all the side quest stuff. Otherwise, you won't level up proper.
Welcome to my shop.
And that's a bit annoying, but honestly, it's basically like WoW's normal yellow quests, but they're just now blue in this game. Because they're not story quests. But, I mean, they're still required. You need to do them.
Stop loitering about and make yourself useful. The hunters should have left us well enough alone.
But honestly, look at this. Everybody's got a mount already. Everybody has something really cool. That person has a bear. That's pretty neat. I haven't seen one of those yet. And then you have all these repeatable ones, so if you're having trouble leveling, here's all the green quests, which are basically stuff you can constantly do. Just grind them out. Let me see if my spider is... Yeah, my spider's good. Oh, look at that. Look at how cool that is. There is actually, like, turning circles, too. As you can see, there's, like, a bit of lag. It's not turning on the dime. Hey, level 10. That actually means that I can put some stuff on this guy now. Because since he's level 10, I can attach these to him. How do I pull that up, though? Yeah, he's a level 10 mount, so I should be able to apply these now? You are not high enough level. Am I not high enough? I'm level 10, my familiar... Well, I'm a level 11. My familiar is level 10. Do I have to have the familiar selected? I do have to have the familiar selected. There we go. Now I can put all these level 10 items on my spider. And I wonder, did that have an actual... Nah, it doesn't look like it changed anything. I guess only skins can change it, but it did give it statistical advantages. I need to go this way, not up to the ruins. But yeah, this game's pretty satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. It's no, like... Combat isn't, like, super hard, but as you saw, if you're not good enough, you can still die to stuff in this game. It's not just face on keyboard. There's just, you have to try a little bit. You don't have to try a lot, but you do have to try a little bit. And I think that's alright. This isn't like the greatest game ever, but I think it's pretty decent, and I think it's worth a look, especially if you're like me and really just want to have a bunch of cool fucking mounts and just ride around in style. And that's ultimately what I want. So this game is pretty decent for me. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.